gonna plant this guy in this pot. His roots are dry enough. So I just kind of hold him in the center. And try to keep him in the center. And then since he's probably got air pockets, since the soil is very dry and sandy, I just sort of do this for a while. I think I showed this when I was planting up some other stuff in another video. Something like that. And then I'm going to look to see, he looks a little bit low in the pot, so then I'm just going to kind of raise him up a little bit. Put a little bit more of this stuff in. Make sure he's in the center. These are funny pots. They have like slits on the side to put, I guess, a name tag. So they're also good for having water come out of them, which isn't really good. It's sort of annoying, but this is the only kind of 3.5 inch pot that I could find, you know, for a good price. Kind of sturdy. Yeah, so I potted these. Those are Escobaria hysterii. Potted these, Strombo cactus disconformis. You see, I put the plastic in the clay sometimes because the plastic just weakens with the sun. If I think they're going to be in the pot for a long time, I'll try to do that. Or I use this kind of rubberized plastic. This lasts a long time too. These are the two Echinocerius viviflorus davidsonii, because they're kind of like a special endemic. And then these are the two Turbinicarpus alonzii. They're from way down in Mexico. And then this is the Corypantha recurva from like southern Arizona and into Mexico. And these I already had. These are Mamillaria pectinifera. They're difficult. They're hard for me to grow correctly. Oh, and these ones here. And then these are the Phylocactus bicolor flavid spinous. They're also from Marathon Basin. They're supposed to be miniatures. They're doing good. This is a Gymnocalycium that's Ferrari. That's about ready to flower. It's pretty cool. That's a little Copiapoa grandiflora. There's some Mamillarias. These things I already had. Mamillaria carmenae. But yeah, I made room in here for all the new guys. And there's a little bit more room, but I don't like to push it because when the winter comes, I got to cram everything in here so it doesn't get rained on. These are the two Astrophytum Mariostigmas. They're pretty cool. I planted them up. This is feral cactus I grew from seed a long time ago. Some more Corypantha recurvas. Now I have 3. They're supposed to get big, so I really don't need any more. And there's some stuff I got from seed. Here's the Epithilantha ungaspina. It's got these spines. Here's another one I put there. And then I got some little guys here that were kind of beat up. They should recover, along with a bunch of other little cactuses I grew from seed. I think I got this one too. Turbinicarpus pseudo pectinus, along with one I had. And yeah, and these ones here, they're kind of beat up. I think this takes time. They should recover. These are fun to grow. Echinocactus horizontalonius. They're hard for me to get to come up from seed, but once they're up, they're pretty tough. They like heat. They don't like a lot of water. when they're puffed up like this after resting, they just really don't need a lot of water, and they need a very well drained soil. And someday they'll get big like the mother plants here. Here's an interesting one here. It's kind of is what they look like when they're medium size. And here's a nice big last one I think we can talk about is this Corypantha pseudopectinus. And he's bigger than any ones I have. And so what I traded was some of those echinocactus, some of these bochii, some of these minima. So when you grow cactus from seed, you end up with a whole bunch sometimes of a certain species, and then you can trade. It's kind of a fun thing. So yeah, I ended up with a bunch of these, and so I'll trade for things that I don't have a lot of. Your seed pods. This is Ariocarpus valdesianus, and you can grow even more. That's a little Mamillaria teresa growing in there. They're hard to come up from seed. Here's these two Ariocarpus scapharoides. So I put them here in with these smaller plants. And there's the two Ariocarpus hintonii. They're like a miniature Fisheratus. That's a Fisheratus I grew from seed. And here's the two Lloydii. I think they're Fisheratus variety Lloydii. You can see they're smooth. So that's the four Ariocarpus. I put them in here with these smaller plants, and they're crammed in. I don't really have room for much more. Here's some seedlings, just kind of bonus content. They're all coming along. Astrophytum toilens, Corypantha retusus. These are Pedicactus noltii. Hopefully they do well. I only had two. They're sort of an endemic. This is Pedicactus simpsonii. They look kind of similar. And there's Mamillaria Sanchez meharati. I'm going to try them again. I lost my other ones in some funny soil. And there's just various other seedlings growing away. There's a bunch of Ariocarpus I've potted up. They used to be in little pots. So these are Corypantha, and then there's some lithops, sort of growing away. Last but not least, he's doing a Echinocerius daisacanthes. Kind of tall, elotated, but full sun. I think these have beautiful flowers. They're from Texas. You can see these in our West Texas video. So yeah, we'll grow this guy. This is a really pretty flowering Rebutia, fulvosolantha, or something like that. Starts with an F, F-U, some L's and S's and Y's in the Latin name. The plant itself, it's okay, but the flowers are just amazing, I think. South American, Andes Mountains, I think. Probably Argentina. And here's another one. This is a real pretty plant. Heloaceae variety condorensis. There's some offsets. That's about all this flowering. And here's this year's first batch of little seedlings. I don't know if you can see them or not. We have Ariocarpus, and then those two little volunteers that I took out of the Echinocactus viviflorus davidsonii. They were in that mud soil. I stuck them in here. I had an empty spot. There's even an Astrophytum growing, and the rest are Ariocarpus gramispina. There were supposed to be Polaskii, but none of them came up, so I just put some more seeds on it. This is Ariocarpus lophophores, very small. And Mamillaria humboldtii, along with some Copiopoa or Darii. They're Neoporteria or Darii. And Gladacanthus. This is some Mamillaria myacantha. These are the ones that grew by Carlsbad. And this here is some Mamillaria schumannii lobosa. Only two came up, so I put some bochii in there. There's a bunch of Mamillaria lenta. They come up. They take a little while to come up, but when they come up, there's a bunch of them. And here's a bunch of Epithilantha bochii. So in 5 to 10 years, I can trade these too.